Hi friends!
Please listen carefully.
So today is part 2 of last week's video, which last week's video was 18 thoughts, 18 years, and today I'm going to do the rest of them, but the last two, so 17 and 18, I'm going to save for next week. So let's go! Last time we left off on number 9, and that is health, more of in the sense of what I'm eating and working out and being very aware of my physical health, like paying a lot more attention to that, especially in high school. I think I've really become very conscious of it and being very aware of how often I'm eating in a day, like actually having 3 actual meals and not just eating snacks or not just eating randomly throughout the day, like having a schedule. Not exactly a diet, like being on a set diet plan or anything, but just keeping it consistent for the sake of my health, to feel healthy and to feel good. Number 10 is creativity, which if you know me is a very important one. I take my artistry in whatever it could be, whether it's dance, singing, drawing. My creativity has grown in different ways. Like it kind of used to just keep growing, like a plant that just kept growing straight up, but now it's really bloomed elsewhere. Like it's opened up more to me looking around and finding inspiration and creativity from different things. So that's something I'd love to talk about more in another video. So if you want that, leave a comment down below. Number 11 is patience. This is a big one. Patience is something I've had to learn, just like everything else, but patience in particular that goes back to the friends that I mentioned in last week's video, kind of talking about how I've learned to become friends with very different people than me, and getting along and having a conversation with someone who's much different, and having more patience helps, because then if they might have a certain characteristic that you didn't used to have patience for, but if you have more patience you can listen to, and having just patience to get things done properly instead of rushing or getting through things too fast. Communication, we all know communication is important, but we also know communication can be very difficult. For me, communication has become like different ways, learning how to communicate in different ways, as opposed to just tapping someone on the shoulder and talking to them, but finding other ways to let them know something. Like if doing something for someone is like a way of communicating with them, or sometimes you don't have to vocally tell them or audibly tell them that you're feeling a certain way. Sometimes the best communication is body language. Next one is a little bit more fun, and it's cooking and baking. Now this is something that my mom is a cook. She loves to cook, and she is an excellent cook. Let me just stress that she's an amazing cook. She's created some amazing dishes just out of what to me is like nothing, but to her is a meal. I don't even know what half the time, and she's really, really good at thinking ahead for meals in the future. Like she'll save something and we end up using it a couple months later, and she'll put it in the freezer and we'll use it a couple months later, and I'll be like, wow, I never would have thought of that. It's very much a mom thing, but it's still awesome. And I personally love baking. I love sweets. I have a huge sweet tooth and I love baking, and so I've kind of taken the baking role of the family while she does all the cooking, but I'm constantly trying to watch her, and I think I have been really my whole life, watching her cook and learn some of her ways. That's one thing that I know a lot of people can't do that I really love to do, and that's cooking and baking, but especially baking. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to keep this video on the shorter side compared to last week's video, which by the way got deleted, so I reposted that, so if you haven't seen it, go watch part 1, which I will have linked here, I think, or there, whichever side it's on, and in the description below. Hope you like this series. I really, really enjoyed this. I personally really loved kind of addressing each of these thoughts that have come to mind and I've written a lot about. So yeah, leave your comments down below, check out social media, all in the description, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye! Hey guys, So just a little hint, sorry this video is a day late. My editing software keeps crashing, so this is going to be on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, but I promise every other video will be on Tuesday as long as this doesn't happen again.